Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga Treehouse. I'm Brittany. This is your cozy space for yoga with a story. So find a nice spot on the floor or roll out your mat and let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna get started in a comfortable seat. So any seat that feels comfortable for you. Maybe you're crossing at the shins, or maybe you're sitting up on a pillow or a blanket. Finding any seat you like. Then you can bring your hands down to your knees. And let's see if we can close the eyes softly here. And if that feels like too much, maybe your eyes just gently look down at the floor right in front of your legs. And then just start to invite some nice deep breaths into your body. Inhaling through the nose, letting it swirl around, and exhaling through the nose. One more, inhaling fully, exhaling completely. So our story for today is about Fiona. And Fiona is a very curious fox. And so every day, her and her mom walk to school and they take the same exact path every morning. And Fiona has this idea, she's always had this idea, that if they go down another path, the path right next to it, something amazing might happen. She just has this feeling that there's something waiting for her down this other path. So we'll get into the story, but just for now, we'll take some stretches of our spine to wake up our backs. So we'll start by bringing our arms up into a cactus. And as we do this, we'll imagine that we're waking up for a day of school with Fiona. So as you inhale, reach the arms back behind you, elbows come back, chest lifts towards the ceiling, and your eyes look up. Inhale. Good, and then exhale, round your spine, cross at your elbows, and just give yourself a hug around your shoulders with your arms. Good, inhale, open up the arms and the chest, look up. Exhale, round the spine, cross the other elbow on top this time, holding on to your opposite shoulders. Inhaling, opens the chest. Exhale, rounds the spine. Good, one more. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, curl in. So good. So we'll transition now into a tabletop just for a moment. So you'll come onto hands and knees, imagining like we're getting ready for school with Fiona. So maybe you step both hands far forward, letting your chest come down to the ground. Maybe your forehead comes down to the ground. Hips stay up here. Good, and then come back onto your hands. And we'll come into a downward dog. So you'll just step your hands forward, just a few inches forward. And then tuck your toes underneath you. Press into your toes. And we'll lift our hips up and back into a downward dog. Settle into this shape, getting used to being on your hands and your feet, lifting your hips up towards the sky. So one morning, Fiona and her mom are leaving to go to school. And Fiona says to her mom, "Today is the day. We have to go down the other path." And so we'll see if we get there. With an inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, curl it in towards your chest. Bring that knee in towards your chest and then step your right knee down in between your hands. Good, lower your back knee down. And you can keep your hands down on the ground next to your feet. Let's take a few passes through this lunge and then extending your right leg long. Good, your head can drop here as the leg extends long. Inhale, find the bend in the knee into your lunge. Exhale, extend the leg long. So we're leaving with Fiona and her mom, getting ready to choose a path to go to school. One more, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend it. Good, stay here with the hands down, just feeling into the spaces of your hips as we stretch here. And then let's bring our hands up onto our top knee. Good, and it might get wiggly, the balance, right, as we bring our hands up to our knees, and that's okay. We're trying to go on a journey here, right? We're going on a journey with Fiona, so we can allow for some wiggles and wobbles. And then let's bring our right hand to our right hip. Good. Have the hand on the right hip, and then reach your left arm up overhead. And then take an inhale, and we're just gonna curl over to the side, reaching our left arm over to the right. Yes, so you can feel the side of your left body, the left side of your body, open up, right? You feel space in that left side. Good, and it's wiggly, that's okay. Breathe here. Good, exhale. One more breath in. Nice, and then inhale, let's bring both arms straight up overhead. Maybe we take a back bend here, looking up at the sky. Exhale, good, drop both hands down, and let's come back into a downward dog. Okay, so Fiona and her mom are approaching the two paths. And so we'll pretend we're going with them, getting ready to choose a path, and we'll do what we just did on the other side. So inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, curl it in towards the chest, and then bring your left foot down in between your hands. Good, bring your back knee down. And we'll take a few back and forths here, extending the left leg, flexing the left toes, and then bending the front leg. Good. Exhale, extend. Inhale to bend. One more time. Extend and bend. Good. And then let's bring those hands on top of your left knee this time. And again, find your balance so you can look at one spot in front of you that's not moving. Taking a few breaths here. Good. And then bring your left hand to your left hip. Reach your right arm up overhead. Take an inhale. And then we'll reach over towards the left side of our space with our right hand. So now you're opening up all this space in the right side of your body. Breathing in. Exhaling. Inhale. Good. Exhale. And then inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Maybe we take that back bend again here. Nice. And then exhale, drop both hands down to the mat, stepping back into a downward dog. Okay, so Fiona's mom says, okay, fine, we can go down the other path. You've been asking and you're so curious, so let's see what's down there. Let's take a few breaths here to get ready for this new adventure. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhaling. One more deepest breath you've taken all day. And let it out. So good. With an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Keep your back heel lifted. So you're going to keep your heel and your knee up off the ground this time. And then as we start to go down this new path, we're going to be really brave. And with an inhale, just reach your arms right straight up overhead. Good. Balancing here, finding the balance. And it's okay if you wiggle and wobble the whole time, right? Because I know I am. Take in a breath. Exhale. Nice. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot and step your back foot forward. Let's come into a forward fold. So now we're starting to go down the path with Fiona and her mom. And we hear sounds that we've never heard before. Birds we've never heard. Flowers we've never seen. Trees we've never seen. And Fiona starts to get really excited. Okay, start to slowly roll yourself up to stand, coming all the way up to stand at the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way back down. Good. Step both feet back into a downward dog. And we'll go to the other side with the lunge that we just did. So inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through between your hands. And now as we approach the kind of wind of this new path here, let's be really brave again. So on an inhale, just going straight into it, reaching your arms up overhead into your lunge, your high lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, maybe we take a small back bend here. Good. Exhale, bring both hands down. Step back into a downward dog. And so as we come around this path, Fiona can't believe what she sees. She sees the most beautiful forest she's ever seen in her life. There's a waterfall, a huge waterfall, and all kinds of new animals and plants that her and her mom have both never seen before. Okay, let's come down to the knees, and we're gonna make our way onto our backs. So, like I said, Fiona is so excited to see this waterfall that she's never seen before. So we're gonna make a waterfall shape with our bodies. So first, just come down to your back, bend the knees with your feet planted on the ground. Your arms can be down long by your side. Let's take a few breaths in here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to this new journey. Exhale it out. One more deep breath and let it go. Okay, now walk your feet a little bit closer to your hips. So if you reach down, you want to be able to tickle the backs of your heels with your fingers. Okay, once you have that, bring your arms down long by your sides again with your palms facing down. And then take another breath in and press into your feet. Start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Nice, your hips start to lift up. And if you're holding on to, if you're laying on a towel or a mat, bring your hands to each side of the mat and imagine like you could pull it apart. So you're gonna hold on to the mat with both hands, imagining you could rip it in half with your hands. Good, take a breath in here. And then exhale, start to lower all the way down slowly. Your upper back, middle back, and then lower back lands. Good. Bring your feet out as wide as your mat. Let your knees knock in. And keep one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. So Fiona and her mom cannot believe their eyes at this enchanted, amazing forest that they found. And they spend a few moments that they have before school so that Fiona still won't be late. But in the few moments they have before school, they spend some time walking around and admiring all the new things they see. And it's so much fun. And Fiona and her mom are so proud that Fiona had this idea to go down a new path because they both found something amazing. We're gonna end here right on our backs, and we'll end with a big breath together. So inhale, deepest breath of your day. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I hope you had fun. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.